Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of Handmade Man. My name is Zac Stephens with the Hayhurst Brothers. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be making a bathroom vanity and casing it in barnwood. The old barnwood that we have is old longleaf pine, and we're going to utilize this by cutting it up into 2-inch strips for our stiles and rails. And then we'll also have this small section for the side of the cabinet. When using repurposed wood, you would definitely want to watch out for nails when you're cutting them. It's worth it to keep the nails in because they look really cool, but it's dangerous when you're cutting it on the table saw. That's why you got to have proper eyewear. Let's mill it up. So we've got these 2 pieces that we really liked, and we're going to set them aside for the doors. But first what I want to do is glue them up because it's just 2 separate pieces. I'm going to cut this one to the same length as this one. So I'm just going to get a quick mark here, and then I'm going to take my framing square. I'm going to put on my gaggles. Grab a couple of clamps. I've got a split here, and this is probably going to be the side of the door where I put the hinge in. So I'm also going to add glue into here as well as the joint. Where's my glue? Brett! There it is. Never mind. As far as wood glues go, this is the best of the best. Top tier, can't get any better than this. This is Titebond 3. We're not sponsored by them, we just love it. This is the best stuff. It's waterproof. You can do it underwater. So if you have an underwater cabinet you need to build, this is what you use, right here. Titebond, in the beginning, is water soluble. So you can use a wet rag to wipe it all up, and it's preferable to scraping it. So now, take my Titebond 3, apply a liberal amount, and I'm going to place my board, just like so. I'm going to bring my clamps in. Now if you get really tight on these 2 without any clamps on the top, they have the potential to explode and just blow right out. So to prevent these from exploding, I always add a couple on the top as well. And then now, it's important to remember this. You want to wipe this down because this isn't going through the sander. This is going to be just as is. So you want to wipe up all this glue with a wet rag. Brett forgets to do this all the time. Hey! I'm going to move this off the table. Titebond 3 takes an hour to dry and then 24 hours to cure. So you can work with it in an hour. It's not recommended. But in a rapid or a fast situation where you got to have it done now, it'll dry in an hour. But it'll totally cure in 24 hours. Okay, so the next step is to measure the side of the side and put the side pieces on the side. The next step is to put the stiles and rails on this cabinet. Now that the side is on and the stiles and rails are on the front, the last step is to put the door on and to put the false front on. The door is being glued up right now. The false front we can go ahead and do. It has been 24 hours, and now we're going to pull the clamps off. This is the door at Titebond 3. She's really holding. So what I'm going to do is cut the bottom off, cut the top off to the proper height. Our hole size is 21 by 24 1/4, so you add 1 inch in either direction, and that's going to be our hole size. Let's go cut this thing. Now to the table saw. Now I'm going to cheat a little bit and use the boring machine. Insert dad joke about boring machine. Try not to fall asleep. Hey Brett, I need cabinet screws, please. Thank you. Now, to install the door. Since this door is 1 inch taller than the hole, I'm gonna have a 1/2 inch reveal on the top and the bottom, making 1 full inch. I'm gonna mark a 1/2 inch really lightly. Take a couple of cabinet screws. Okay, let's put this in, make sure it fits. Oh, there's plenty of room for this and the sink. And then the soft close hinges makes for a completed vanity with barnwood accents. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Handmade Man. Oh, we've already used the screws. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. You just go put them up. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Handmade Man. We hope you've enjoyed it. Join us next time as we dive further into the world of craftsmanship. Please go put them up. Sweep the floor or something.